Say goodbye to Jose Alvarado for the next 80 games. He has been suspended for using performance-enhancing drugs. And here's the topper. He's suspended for the playoffs, too. Let's talk about it on Phillies Pregame Live. Bad news to begin on a beautiful Sunday afternoon as we welcome you to Toyota Pregame Live. Ruben Amaro Jr. I'm Michael Barkann. Repeating that top news, Phillies reliever Jose Alvarado has been suspended 80 games for PED use. He'll be eligible to return in mid-August, but here's the real kick in the teeth. He is also ineligible for the postseason should the Phillies get there. Alvarado accepted the suspension. He will not appeal. He tested positive for exogenous testosterone, which is in violation of MLB's Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program. Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson, within the last 90 minutes, reacting to Jose Alvarado's suspension.
You know, it's disappointing for sure. I mean, there's no question about that. We've had other issues come up at various times. To me, I end up treating it like an injury, is really what it is, because you need to replace somebody for 80 games, and then hopefully into the postseason, he's not eligible for that time period. It's not something he did knowingly. I believe that, the way he talked to me.
How does this impact the trade deadline?
I can't even answer that yet. You know, I mean, that's still a while away. I mean, we already start looking at our club and looking at it, and we'll just we'll evaluate how. I mean, we have some guys that have thrown the ball well for us out of our pen. We like the guys out there. We'll just have to see how it all fits together and how starters. I mean, we do have an abundance of starters, which is good place to start. How that affects the decisions we make, I guess that's more as time goes on. We'll see what happens.
It's really out of our control. We got to move on. It's too bad, but we got to move on. We have really good pieces here that can pick up the slack. I just talked to the club at 11:30, and guys were kind of shocked, but then again, they realized that we got business to take care of, and it's out of our control. It's out of their control. We just got to keep moving forward.
The Phillies released this statement shortly after the announcement of Alvarado's suspension. Quote, "The Phillies fully support Major League Baseball's Joint Prevention and Treatment Program and are disappointed to hear today's news of Jose's violation," end quote. Ruben, you have faced this news before as a general manager. What is your overall approach?
It stinks, Michael. It just stinks, and for a number of reasons. And for me, it's about the fact that Alvarado's been their most consistent guy in the bullpen. The fact that this bullpen has not been all that great, especially in the first month of the season. And obviously they've been counting on him to pitch important innings. That said, there is some silver lining here. You can't lament what happened. You just can't worry about what has happened, why it's happened, or any of that stuff. What you have to worry about now is who steps forward. Now, what I have seen over this last couple of weeks is that Jordan Romano's been pitching much better. He's in the midst of a 7-game scoreless streak. The guy, Kirkering's been throwing extremely well. I really like the way he's been firing lately, especially with his command of his fastball, and he needs to step forward. And Matt Strahm probably threw his best game with his best stuff yesterday, and if those guys step up, that's great. But I got a little bit of a wild card for you, because I do think that Taijuan Walker's going to become a very important piece of this. Once Nola comes back, I do believe that he's going to be put in certain situations where it's going to be more and more important. The leverage situations, maybe the 7th, maybe the 8th, because the stuff that was coming out of his hand while he was pitching, for me, while he was pitching in the bullpen, has been really good. It's only been 2, but the ball's coming out great, and I think he's going to be a sort of a wild card in this situation.
And there's this Reliever Jose Ruiz has been added to the roster. He had been out with a neck injury. A two-parter for you now, Ruben. How is this news of Alvarado's absence felt throughout the clubhouse? That's one. And how much does it damage the Phillies' World Series hopes? As an observer now, what are you thinking?
Well, clearly the most important part of this is the fact that he can't pitch in the postseason. And that's big because this guy is an important piece of it. They're going to have to figure that out somehow, some way at that, at that juncture. As far as the clubhouse is concerned, listen, this is a type of team, and it's been happening for many years here, Michael, that these guys don't get affected by stuff like this. This is a veteran group. They know that there's ups and downs. This is, as they said, they're going to treat this like, hey, this guy got hurt. He's not going to be around. He's not going to help us. We got to move forward. We got to play the next game. We got to make the next pitch. We got to swing the bat in this situation. And I think this veteran group will handle as well as any.
Nothing like starting a pregame program with good suspension talk. I mean, it really always
very uplifting.
Very uplifting. More on Jose Alvarado's suspension throughout the program, or maybe not.